Troy Ave here, ladies and gentlemen. Ebro In The Morning. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
That's my guy.
A lot of people was moving this around the internet, so it has to be addressed. The Makonnen situation.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Shout out to the remix on the song like that.
Yeah, he said he didn't like your version.
Damn.
I thought he just said like he was just throwing it out there.
Oh, loose.
That he didn't like just the random.
Oh, so
remixes.
everybody said that. Yeah, that he was going at you.
DJ's gonna I don't know. He could have been, man. I don't be.
Wait, why are you playing his new single while we're trying to talk about Makonnen?
Sorry.
It's fire.
I was just setting the mood because it's all about the motherfucking money.
Which is the theme song of the GOP. If you voted Republican.
Yeah, congratulations. You know, they took you. They adopted that as their song.
Oh my gosh.
They're out there.
I voted Democrat.
There you go. That's my guy.
We lost a lot of seats in the House.
So you and Makonnen, all of that was hype. It was nothing.
Yeah, I don't. That's just like Twitter stuff, man. You know Twitter.
Everything
is overhyped now.
But then the photos that your man took down.
What photos?
They pinned that. They said that was your right hand guy.
Nah, I mean, I mean a lot to my city, and I know a bunch of people. I'll be around a lot of people, and so like, sometimes if somebody, it's like somebody saying something about Drake, and then walking around the streets of Toronto, you don't know who's gonna feel away about it.
Good point.
So you think it was a miscommunication?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't even.
Have you ever met Makonnen?
Nah, I never met the dude. I just liked this record, so I remixed it. And I do key mix. I do it to everybody record.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Everybody else love it. That's how I came up, key mixing records. So I don't know. It's just probably some overhype. I be realizing now that the bigger I get in music, that everything gets taken like out of context, even a tweet, Instagram,
well, and also
whatever.
Understand that people want to. These cats, these computer thugs and all these internet thugs, they want something to be more than what it is for their own entertainment.
100%, and they try to blow things out of proportion, and that's whack. And those be the internet thugs and the Twitter guys. They outnumber the real ones. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of them.
Exactly. So they can blow something out of proportion and make it look bigger than it is.
Because I was like, nobody gets cool points for smacking up Makonnen.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like a super portly, nice guy. Like, he seems like a nice kid.
Yeah.
He turns up in the club on Tuesdays.
Right, on a Tuesday. He raps about selling drugs or something too.
Yeah, but he does not
he's
tough
a hairdresser,
guy.
right?
Yeah, he's not a tough guy.
That's what's wrong with rap to me, man. My man Cass, what up, Cass? Heavy support of mine.
Cass Uno.
Yeah, salute to
Troy get hyped
heavy.
when he see people support.
He does. Well, Troy's very caring of. I will say this about Troy Ave. He is very caring of those who support him.
100%, like a real one should.
He doesn't forget.
I was told to reciprocate the love. Like,
so back to what you think is wrong with rap music.
Yeah, like you can't. I don't think
you can't be a hairdresser and rap
about selling drugs, because that's stepping into my lane, and the thing that I do is.
But what if he sold drugs?
Yeah, like what if that was his thing? What if he was pushing
if
dope out of the hair salon?
I'm told. I am told.
If you sell pharmaceutical hair products, then
no. I'm told that the hair salons and the people that hairdress, because this was a new thing to me, right? When it was like, hey, Makonnen he was a real hairdresser. Like, he went to what's it called? So far, not a
hairdress school.
What is that?
I forget what it's called.
This guy has a name.
It does.
But instead of doing that, like he's
a licensed cosmetologist.
There you go. Cosmetology school.
There you go. Gosh, I was told that that moves around in it. You doing hair. People get before they go to the club, they cop some this, cop some that. That's what I'm told.
Yeah. That's probably. I mean, I'm from where I'm from, and that ain't cool where we from. You know what I'm saying? But it's an open-minded society, and maybe the guy was selling drugs. That's his prerogative. But I just, shouldn't nobody step in my lane. I ain't trying to rap about the guys in the mathematical science, because that ain't what I'm into. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody should stay in their lane and do what they do to the best of their abilities.
Now that Troy Ave is here, nobody else can rap about drugs.
No, hell yeah. If you really lived it, because you don't want to, like when I rap about it, I give you the good, the bad. And if I tell you how to I don't just give you glorify it. Getting money, show you about that. I show you what could happen after that. So sometimes people will listen to a rapper who talk about all the pros, and then if a kid or somebody that's influenced by that get into a jammed up situation, they can't look to their music to show them how to get out of that situation, because all they did was show you the good parts, because it's Chuck. That ain't the real deal Holyfield. You know what I mean? So Troy Ave, I just keep it 100 across the board. I keep it honest, and that's what you get in my music. You get honesty. I don't be exaggerating. I don't talk about having a Lamborghini or a Wraith, because that ain't what I got. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it 100, and nobody can't be upset at me for telling my story. Once I start going to Sancho Pay and being on 67 foot yachts, I'm going to rap about that. It's growth in music. You know what I'm saying? And with the Hot 97 support that I've been getting, I'm about to be in Central Pay. I'm going to be in Dubai. I'm about to pull up in that Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Number one
I want to shout out your guy,
streets.
too, the kid Hovain that you run with. He's been down with you
100%.
for a minute, right? Like, how long he been rapping for you?
Man, a while, man. A while. Hovain been putting it down for a while,
Don't let
man.
that guy Nelson try to take Hovain's shine.
Nah. We teamwork make the dream work, man.
You know what I mean? Because that's how Nelson do it. You know what I mean?
Why you talking about internal
But
beef?
Nelson puts the BS in BSB, man. That's why we love him.
It's love. That's my brother.
Yeah.
So now you got a show coming to the Highline Ballroom.
Yeah, big show.
Yeah.
Big show.
Funk Flex on there.
Shout out to my dog Funk Flex. Shout out to the big dog Pitbulls.
We're gonna give away some tickets on Hot
Shout out to the heavy hitters. I never want to leave nobody out, man.
No, don't worry about it. They might catch feelings, but you catch them next time.
Right, okay,
Don't worry
definitely.
about it.
He got them both. He covered the Pitbulls and the heavy hitters, and then me.
Yeah, then Rosenberg, man.
That's basically it.
Rosenberg broke a lot of my records.
I mean,
he broke a lot of my records.
I mean, you know.
But you know, he doesn't get a lot of credit for it.
Did the guy that smacked up Makonnen run up on Rosenberg outside the station and make sure he plays the record?
I'm not sure.
No, no one ever run up on me.
I'm gonna have to track that guy down and find out.
No one's ever run up on me about a record.
He's putting in a lot of work.
He's got a lot of things to do. He's got to cover a lot of ground.
But BDS looking good, so shout out to that guy, whoever he is.
Yo, I got to tell you, I think this most recent one, All About the Money, which kind of crept up on me, that is sort of an unlikely hit that's developing.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Like I'm still working. Like a lot of people say they working, we really out here working. You gotta remember, it's more than just the music. Some artists would just record a bunch of music, record 100 songs, and then think that's working. That ain't working. You gotta be out. You gotta push your music. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the relationships. You gotta just build upon what you're doing. Like I do more than rap is like probably 15% of the music. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people who can have one hit and blow to the top. Pose. Or you can have people with 100 records who never get on. I don't make a bunch of music. You know what I'm saying? Even how people were saying I freestyle off my phone. Yeah, because I'm not a rapidy rapper. I don't rap 100, 200 records and then pick the best 16 for. I tell and make my album. New York City, the album, I made 18 songs. I put 16 and one bonus on there.
Boom.
You know what I mean? So we don't make no extras. This is all tailor-made. So I'm not giving the people no leftovers and no chuck.
So when you say that, though, you're saying specifically that what you're trying to do is make sure that the quality and value of the music is a certain thing, so there's not throwaways. Is that what you're speaking to?
I mean, when you're dealing with real life issues, I know it sounds cliche, but when you're talking about your real life, it's only but so many times you can say the same thing. So once I tell my story on a record, I can't really tell that story again. Another person could, but that ain't how I do it. You know what I mean? So that's why if I make 100 records, I'm gonna tell my damn near my whole life already. Right. Then what I'm gonna rap about. You know what I mean? I gotta do.
So you're holding on to pieces of your story so that you could.
Exactly. So it got that feel, and that's why my music connects with people, because they could feel it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? If you making up stuff, you can rap about whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm be like, I'm in here sitting in the chair, Rosenberg, Ebro with the bed, like, but that's talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's just words.
Exactly. But when you talking about stuff that you really are about and that you stand for and that you believe in, like how many is going to become repetitious if you just keep saying the same thing over. So if you listen to my rhymes, I don't be using the same words in a verse. I don't talk about the same stories over and over. You know what I mean? Or if I do touch on it, I touch on a piece of it, then I'll come back to it at a later album. You know what I mean?
So is your music, would you consider your music and rap for you therapy? Is that how you've gotten over?
Nah, hell no. I don't need no therapy. I ain't.
You sure?
Nah,
we all do.
You gotta remember, I mean, you know, therapy, they say that the black community don't be into therapy, but I don't need no therapy. I don't feel no stress. Like I used to be on the highway and felt real stressed. The flashing lights behind me.
So music is therapy. It's an outlet. It's your life could have been one thing and it's another. It's, you know, sometimes it's that simple.
Nah, I stop and reflect on that, and I thank God. The only therapy I get is when I pray at night. You know what I'm saying? I talk to myself. I talk to God. And like the other day, it's so ill. I was about to hit my mom's. I was jumping in the shower real quick, about to go out. I said, let me call my mom's, because I be busy. My mom's calling. You know how moms always hit you. So I said, let me call her. I was about to say, yo, my God is great. You know what I mean? And she ended up calling me right as soon as I was going to get in the shower. She said, I'll curse, I'm gonna edit. She said, nigga, why the fuck you didn't tell me you got a billboard with Sean John on Flatbush? Said my Facebook blowing up. I said, yo, I was about to call you and tell you God is great, but I wasn't even calling you about that. I was just calling you about everything else, how I could have been dead, I could have been in jail, and like it's 100. My mom's knows this, you know what I mean? She supported everything I done. Y'all seen me bring my mom's with the full length fur, you know what I mean? That's how you know it's no Chuck. And I was about to call her to tell her about that, then she brought that up. I'm like, damn, I ain't even think about that, cause you so busy moving that you don't get a chance to reflect on your accomplishments. Like I never thought, when just starting to do music, I had like tunnel vision. I'm gonna do music, I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna get a deal, and then I'm gonna rap and be on stage and get money. I never thought all the other moves that Hovain and Money Nels is busting. I'm the face of the new campaign of Sean John, or one of the faces, excuse me, of the Sean John campaign. You know what I mean? Who else gonna wear that velour, what it's called? The velour tracksuit like me?
Nobody.
Puff.
I will tell you that.
Puff and me. Who else gonna wear it like me?
Tracksuit king.
The Italian mobster tracksuit, velour tracksuit.
But they're not going to get the campaign.
They're not going to get the campaign,
Right.
but
they don't sell 4X. They don't even sell 4X.
Yep. And it wasn't, they ain't need no props. Like, shout to my man Jeff, Uncle Jeff. We ain't need no props. He said, nah, I want you just how you are. Bring your own jewelry. Come through how you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on set. Yo, I need makeup. I need to go borrow a watch. I need to borrow some change. I came through how it was. And that's what they loved and respected about it.
Speaking of you, your blessings and the things you were saying about getting a deal, what is the
and
deal
me just
situation?
coming on tour. Don't forget that.
And coming off
we'll
tour.
Get to the tour. We'll get to the tour. Hang on.
Hold on now.
Hold on.
But there's, I know there was, I've ran into artists, big name artists who were interested in signing you. Where are you at with the deal situation?
T.I. specifically, right? T.I. said there was a grand hustle convo.
Yes,
place.
he said he was very interested. So where are you at?
I'm still, BSB Records is still a #1 independent label in the streets. I'm still signing BSB Records. I'm definitely entertaining all other options. T.I. is a very influential person in my career, just on some, I got you, like, you know what I'm saying? He's successful at what he does, and I ain't ignorant to act like I know it all. So he extended his hand out, and I definitely was like, yo, I appreciate everything you're doing for me. So any type of move that I do make, T.I. is going to have some type of influence in it. But as far as me having paperwork or being signed to somebody, go get that album, Paper Trail, too. Or is it Paperwork?
Paperwork?
Yeah, that was a
the
good
motion
segment.
picture.
Yeah, fact,
there was
though.
a Paper Trail, but now it's Paperwork.
Yeah,
now it's Paperwork.
Yeah, but as far as me being like,
what's the holdup? Why not sign? Do you feel?
You know what it is? It's like, man, we work so hard. We work so hard that now it's at the point where if somebody tell you, yo, you need to get this Lamborghini, I'm telling you, get this Lamborghini. At first you thinking about a Lamborghini, but you already driving a Benz. You driving a luxury car, and you ain't never been in a Lamborghini, so you don't really know what you're missing. And you got to remember, man, I'm getting 90% on my dollar right now. That's a fact, though. So I drop something, White Christmas, I probably sell 10,000 copies, and that's only in 12 hours because it's going to be free after that on whatever mixtape live or that Piff. That's 90 bands in your pocket. A lot of artists might be doing shows, but they ain't getting these hostings in these clubs. I'm out here really running. We built the foundation, and we built it up so much that you ain't gonna give it away for nothing.
That's like it's a great point. I totally understand.
But now, so let's go to the tour. So
before the tour, not to cut you up. Look at my jacket. This is
jacket.
bad. Thank you, appreciate it. This all the Bad Boy accomplishments and all of they stuff that they had. I grew up looking at Bad Boy. I grew up looking at Rough Riders. I grew up looking at Murder Inc. Even G Unit when they came through Rockefeller Records. They had joint ventures. They gave you something to be proud about. It's more than just Troy Ave. It's a movement for the city. You know what I'm saying? So I got people who look up to BSB as something that we could be. You know what I mean? BSB Records is the people's brand. It belongs to the streets. That's a fact, though. So I need a joint venture. So if I say y'all want 1.3 million, and that's another thing that's blown out of proportion. Labels execs say, oh, he wants $1 trillion or whatever. I don't need that. I need the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I need to get put on.
You just want to make sure the structure is correct.
Exactly. So give me, you know what? If I say I want $1 million, I bring $500,000 of my own money. Y'all put $500,000. I got something on my face.
No, that's me. I'm scratching myself.
Yeah, I put $500,000 of my own money, and then we put it together.
So,
you know what I mean? We ain't scared to work and get our hands dirty.
You going to the clubs, you putting out records, you got, what's the next mixtape? I got it written. BSB Volume 6, right?
Yeah, it's bigger than the clubs, man. I ain't a club
But
dude like
you are
that.
on tour, though.
Yeah, Money, Powder, Respect Tour, and we did that on our own, and it wasn't local either.
What was the best market for you outside of New York?
Chicago, Seattle, L.A.
You get a lot of love in L.A. I was actually out in L.A.
That's ill.
I ran into we were talking, we were outside, and some kids recognized me or something. We started a conversation with them, and my boy was like, what up? My boy Quartermain said, what are you guys into? He's always curious what the kids are checking for. What are you into? And the first thing these LA teenagers said was Troy Ave. First thing out their mouth. I thought that was interesting.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's 100, man.
And how many cities you end up? 20, 30
like 22. Nah, I wish it was 30. Not,
so now, and this is your first tour.
It's my first tour. Me headlining, it was Troy Ave, and I took BSB on the road with me.
Because the business now is not necessarily about selling records. I mean, once again, Taylor Swift was the first artist we saw this year to sell 1 million copies, and y'all know what that is. We don't have to explain why that happened,
100%.
right? But for hip hop, it is about tours, right? A lot of acts, the Action Bronsons, even Drake and Wayne. It's about touring,
and it's still about being
merch,
hot. It's still about being hot in these streets because you could sell more records. It was people that sold more records than Rick Ross, but he was still hotter than them. You know what I'm saying? And the heat, more so than the touring, the heat is what gets you all the other opportunities and avenues, no pun intended, to get money. That's what it gets you a Adidas deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what it gets you on Sean John. You know what I'm saying?
Now you can have both. Are you going to continue to tour? Is that a part of your business model now?
I mean, see, still just us being independent, this touring was something new to us. You know what I'm saying? The tour bags ain't really like the real bags because you gonna do.
But the fan base, it builds your fan base outside of.
It definitely builds a fan base, and you go out to touch the fan base, and I mean you go out to touch the people, and I'm all about that. But my main focus. I never forget the main focus is putting out the quality music because that's what allows me to go on tour. That's what allows me to get the heat to do everything else.
To get the bags, to get the brown paper bags.
To get the bags, man. So. You know, I be focused on the music. I don't never lose sight of it. I bought my studio on the road, on the tour bus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out there working, like really working, not just saying, yo, yeah, we out here working, baby. Like, dang, we shot a video on tour. I just dropped the All About the Money video yesterday, motion picture. Yeah. I had a helicopter in there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing that
Steven
no more.
Spielberg.
Where you got the helicopter from?
In Long Island. In Long Island, I rented the helicopter.
Very nice.
Yeah, appreciate
George
it.
Lucas.
I'm trying to bring back the
How much money you spend
music.
on your videos? Just for the other independent artists, so they can look at your videos.
Because I don't want to tell people something and then they can't reach that number. But it depends. Sometimes I might spend $400 on a video. Sometimes I might spend $6,800. You know what I'm saying? Right. It just depends how you feeling. All About the Money was a big record. I wanted to be extra.
So
I needed a helicopter.
Needed the helicopter.
You know, it's that classic feel once again.
About the money.
Exactly. Remember,
EPMD had a helicopter on the first album. Remember?
Talk about.
I never forget the video with Puff and them. They had mermaids in the joint and driving backwards and whatever kind of V that was. Like, yeah, that's an image that's burnt into my head. Certain images in rap get burnt into my head, and that's what I chase. That's what I aspire to be. Like shout out to Fab. I remember we kicking it. We had his crib at the studio crib, and. Man, I stumble into the driveway to go do something. I was throwing some garbage out or something. And this nigga got a Ferrari with spider webs on it, my nigga.
Not Fat makes
with
money,
spider. Man. No, exactly. Another nigga hate. That shit inspired me. Like, you got it. I said, nigga, you got spider webs on a Ferrari? He said, yo, I ain't been able to drive it or whatever. I said, yeah, I need to get that. I need to get that.
You don't need spider webs.
No, I need to be able to sit a Ferrari in my garage and then just be working so busy that it gets spider webs because I can't drive it. That's a fact. There's certain things you obtain.
So you meant it had cobwebs. You meant it literally had cobwebs, not the design.
What's the difference between cobwebs and spider? Oh yeah, like a real spider.
Yeah,
like,
you meant like there were spider webs, not cobwebs. So actual spider web. It had been sitting there so long that a spider made its home on the Ferrari.
Exactly.
I thought you meant it was the design. Either way, bonkers.
Yeah, crazy. So that's the type of stuff that's burnt into my mind, and them images is what I aspire to do. You know what I'm saying? When y'all hear my new album,
we're gonna be proud. We're gonna be proud.
You're gonna be proud. They gonna be like, damn, Hot 97 broke a New York artist, Troy Ave. They been telling us, and everybody else gotta follow the leader. That's a fact.
Let me ask you a question. Do you harbor Troy Ave? Because before this last couple years, you have been putting out music for 6-7 years, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Do you harbor any feelings towards people who looked over you early in the game when you was trying to get on?
Of course not.
Because I know people reach out to you all the time to collab now.
Nah, of course not, man. Rick Ross said something to me, not to name drop or nothing like people do, but Rick Ross said something to me that stuck with me forever. He said, man, this rap, don't take nothing personal in this business. And he's rich telling me this. You know what I'm saying? He not broke. If you broke and you trying to give me an opinion, you don't know what you're talking about. But he's rich, and he came up from having a regular whatever jersey, giving an interview. Like, you remember the old interview, and now he's rich and he ain't take nothing personal, so he did something right. So who am I to harbor feelings? Like, I don't care about that. That's water under the bridge.
And before we get to these bars, Rosenberg's gonna play some beats. You got some things ready over there.
I ain't got no bars. I'm probably just gonna freestyle.
Whatever, man. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, man.
They want to see what it is.
Okay.
But before we get to that, what's the end game for Troy Ave? Where's it all going? Because I watch a lot of artists, right?
Yeah.
And they start to acquire some money.
Right.
They start to buy some houses and cars and clothes.
I just bought
and
a
then
condo too.
The hits start to slow down.
Right.
And then they don't, necessarily know what the plan is. What is the plan for Troy Ave?
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing about that, bro. More than I want to succeed, I'm afraid of failing. You know what I'm saying? More than I want to succeed, I don't want to fail. So more than I look at people who are successful, I look at all the people who fell and fell off, and I don't want to beat them. So I make all the moves that they didn't make. I do everything not to fail.
Give us one example.
All right, one example. Ever since I've been on radio, I had nothing but progression. They thought I did the Hot Out record. Cool, y'all put that, let it rock. Then I came with Show Me Love. After I came with Show Me, oh, you sound like 50 Cent. I remember you saying, nah, it was an homage. Like, a lot of people didn't get that. I'm not trying to sound like this, man. These are the records that influenced me growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just showing love. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, if you don't recognize I'm showing love, then that fault is on you. But I came with Show Me Love. Then I dropped Your Style. I kept growing. They counted me out. I made it to Summer Jam. I made it to Double XL. Nothing about my moves says anything different than I'm going to keep going on an upward trajectory like I've been doing. Then I just dropped All About the Money. They ain't got enough money or fingers to count me out. That's a fact, though. I came with All About the Money, and this is a warm-up record. This is nothing. I'm hand on the Bible, and y'all know I believe in God. I don't play. My next record, I'm out of here. And this record is a warm-up. My next record is out of here. Fact though,
I love Troy.
Out of here,
man,
I'm telling you.
You just say something. Just say something slick, man.
You
know what I mean? Just say something slick. Brooklyn.
You know
it is Brooklyn.
This is Brooklyn.
What's up?
Yeah.
Which betas is?
You know what that is.
J. Rue the Damage.
Yeah.
Troy Ave, Handler. New V like a come through with the dope boy Troy in the motherfucking flesh. Do my thing and I do it the best. New York City, East Coast. 100 bands, what I gross. I could make 250 off a single. All the pretty hoes wanna come and mingle. iPhone 6, new 6Js. Might go cop the new Stingray. Corvette, or the Bent. Fuck it, hold up, let a nigga vent. Bad boy, all on my jacket. Av Troy, you niggas jacket. The flow is so unbelievable. That nigga came through a little spiritual, but not on some Kirk Franklin shit. So I'm legit. I'm that nigga for really. Came through, all these fuckers was looking silly. Why you ain't sign him? Give him that check. I'm on the climb, what the fuck do you expect? I'm on the grind, you don't grind, you don't shine. Rolex day and date, how I tell my time. Big Cuban links, chain on my neck. Nigga came through just catching all the wreck. Minx dragging to the floor, OD your law. Niggas saying, man, did you saw how the boy copped the Porsche and I did it straight cash. And I came through doing $160 real fast. I might sell 10,000 records out the ass. I might make 90,000 cash. Nigga, I'm on blast. Niggas can't fuck with me. Yo, boy, Troy Ave, AVE. BSB Records, #1 label in the streets. I make the cipher complete. I did Summer Jam in a Double XL. Niggas counted me out and they thought I would fail. Troy Ave, well, I prevail. You niggas talking Chuck, that's a telltale. Then they try to say I did something to Makonnen. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. I was roaming in my new V with my new chick. Pulled out she on my new dick. That's a new dick cause I just washed it off. And now a nigga fresher than Santa Claus. I got gifts, nigga, I gift myself. You niggas struggling rappers, you need some help. All the sneak dissing, getting no replies. Look up at the sky, that's a billboard, nigga, the motherfucking Don. I just did a deal with fucking Sean John. Troy Ave, nigga might go to Dick and Tom's and Harry's, buy a pair of Tim's, it's scary. Might even do a collab with Mary. J Blige, damn it, I'm mad fly. Damn it, I don't get high. Every now and then I might smoke a blunt. What you want? Troy Ave never front. All my lyrics is real, major without a deal. These niggas wanna be in my spot and they would kill it. They don't mama to get it, but they can't. I don't wear fitteds, might do a snapback unless it's a Yankee. And they say they wanna do the hanky-panky. This bitch was in the S&M, she was trying to spank me. I said, baby, I ain't with her that. Even though your face is pretty and ass is fat, you can bend over here and just hit it from the back. I'm fucking so much bitches, I don't know how to act. But I've been doing this before rap. And now it's just getting a little more out of hand. I'm just coming through and doing my fucking dance.
Troy Ave, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for this guy.
Nigga, count
Casual
money.
raps.
Casual.
Casual freestyle. I like that. You went in some different places,
Yeah, because
man.
I don't be having a bunch of rap. And I just got a new iPhone, so all you dick riders, I can't read on my iPhone. I got no rounds in here. But when I go on Flex, I'm going to have all new shit on my iPhone.
All right, fair enough.
Though.